Welcome to Just Make It, and today I'll be showing you how I made this custom shelf for my Legos.
I'm building this shelf because I have a lot of Legos, like way too many Legos, so I really need more spaces to put them. And that also brings me to my other point. I love building Legos just as much as I love building these projects. So I thought, why not create a separate channel where I can post specifically Lego related content? So it might do some unboxings, some reviews, and then one of my favorite things to do is take old bins of Legos with all of the sets like mixed up and dismantled, and then kind of like revive them and find all their pieces so that they're back to like their former glory. So I will definitely be posting videos of my process through going through finding them. So if you guys just want to go check it out, it's called Just Brick It, and it's not going to be that many videos, but every once in a while I should post on there. But back to the shelf. It's going to have three main criteria. One, I want it to maximize the space so I can get as many sets on it as possible. Two, I want it to be really sturdy. I don't want to be accidentally bumping into it and having figs fall over, or even worse, sets falling. So I got to make sure it's mounted to the wall so it doesn't move at all. And then three, I just want it to look nice. I had a different shelf there and it did not look good at all. So I hope this one looks a lot better and is an improvement on the last one. I started off by designing the whole thing in Fusion. I used parameters so that I could modify any measurements later on if need be. The plan is to build it in two halves so I can get it into my room and get it up the stairs. And then once I have it in my room, I can screw the two halves together. And then I also plan to add adjustable shelves with shelf pins so that if one set is taller, I could make that shelf space a little taller, and if it needs to be shorter, it can be shorter. I do end up changing that later on, so I'll get more into that when the time comes. Once I had design how I liked, I used a Fusion 360 plugin called OpenBomb to make a cut list, construction booklet, and a layout of how I would cut the boards out of the plywood. And then I used that layout and cut list to cut all the boards down to their general sizes using a circular saw and a clamp-on straight edge. I also used backing foam to prevent tear out while I did this. Then I cut one edge straight and then ripped everything to the final width, and then I used a crosscut sled to crosscut it to its exact length. Another one of the reasons I wanted to build this shelf is because I want to fully redo my room, and I thought that would be a good first project to start with. I want to redo my bed frame, redo my dressers, repaint, basically do a full teardown and rebuild from scratch with my own designs and ideas. I really hope I can get all of these projects done before I go away to college at the end of the summer, but that could be difficult with all the projects I have in mind. But I hope I get some out there. I really want to do that bed frame one. I think that'll be interesting. So keep a lookout for those. Like and subscribe so that you can see those videos hopefully pop up once I make them. After I was done cutting all the boards to size, I used my cut list to mark where each dado and rabbit was going for each board, and then cut them out on the table saw. I also had to make cutouts so that the shelf wouldn't hit the radiator or the windowsill, so I marked those on the boards and then used a combination of the table saw, the bandsaw, the router, and the jigsaw to make all those cutouts. I also had to do some sanding and cleanup on the edges from the jigsaw and the bandsaw, but once I did that, it was time for a dry fit. This is where we realized that the adjustable shelves weren't going to work because there weren't enough connection points to make it stable and it was too wobbly. So we realized we had to add in new dados with permanent shelves to give it more structure. In hindsight, it could have worked with glue and with the wall mounts. It might have been stable enough, but we didn't want to risk anything, so we just added in these permanent shelves. I also would have adjusted the amount of shelves per half because as it is right now, there's a little bit too much space for each shelf, so there's a little bit too much void. which could have been used to fill more Legos on the shelf. To add these new dados, we actually created a jig with the CNC machine so that we could just use a router to make all the new dados. It was a little challenging at first, but eventually we got a good fit and we were able to make all those new dados. After that, we marked each board with a number and orientation so that we knew how we would have to assemble it when we finished painting, which is the next step. I then filled any wood defects or dents or holes that were in the boards, sanded them down, and painted them. It took me a very long time because it was freezing outside, so I could only paint a couple boards at a time in our basement. But eventually, they were all done and ready to be glued together.
Outside corner store shining. And when it all feels like it's closing in at a distance, strength, love, and play as a form of resistance. Take a cue from those who know they've been here before to guide you through to find the truth.
I was then able to fill, sand, and paint any of the screw holes.
At this point, we were ready to make the face frame, so we took a big chunk of maple and squared it up and created the long, thin strips that we needed for the front of the shelf. Then we cut them a decent bit longer than what we actually needed for the length of the shelf so that we didn't cut it too short later on. And then I painted those as well. A lot of painting for this. And then while I was doing that, my mom painted the little nook where the shelf is going to go black, which I think looks great. And I'm very thankful for her for doing that because I am not that good at painting rooms. Then we brought the two halves upstairs where I realized that I had not accounted for the window trim. So the shelf couldn't go all the way to the back of the wall. So we came up with the idea of making new feet that would raise the shelf up just enough so it can get over that trim. So we made that out of mahogany on the CNC machine and added a little chamfer and oil to make them look nice. And I think they are a great touch that I had not originally intended on adding, but I'm really glad I did. After that, I was able to screw the two halves together and start putting on the face frame. So I started with the vertical pieces where I used a flush cut saw to make them the right height. And then I had the tedious part of making all the horizontal parts where I had to keep going up and down stairs, making little tiny cuts so that it wouldn't be too much to where there would be a gap on the face frame. But eventually they were all cut to the right length and nailed into place where I did a little bit more filling, sanding, and painting until I got my final product where I could then add the wall mounts so that it could be very strong. And these wall mounts are a little overkill, but I am happy because at least it means my Legos are safe, which anybody who has Legos knows your worst fear is that your shelf breaks and you have to rebuild all of your Legos. So it was worth it to buy these heavy duty brackets. I also added these blackout shades and this really cool Wi-Fi motor that connects to Alexa so that I can automatically have the blinds open because it would have been a pain to try to reach around all my sets just to open the window. So now I can do it automatically or with my voice, which is a nice touch. So then I just had to move all the sets into place and I got my final product. I think it looks great. It is super strong. It fits a ton of Legos. And I overall just think it looks great. I'm really happy with what I accomplished. And I'm really excited to continue making more projects. And I hope this helps you, whether it's for Legos or if it's for books or anything else you might want to put on a shelf. I know I'm not a professional, but I hope it kind of inspires anybody to also create something custom so that they can fit exactly what they need. I love that. It's one of the reasons I love building things is to fit exactly what I need.
And that is how I made this custom, sturdy shelf for my Legos. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.